Hi, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to New Era. My name's Emma. Cancer, I know it's been a minute since I was here last. It was sometime before Christmas that I had my previous of these types of readings. I've been doing a lot of private readings and focused somewhat on doing podcasts. So that's what I've been up to, but let's just get you a message now. This is for spring season. And give or take 6 weeks into the future, we have face your fears just really shot out there. Release the power of fear. Okay, I feel like there's one more. And we're just going to take a moment here on the general energy and then go deeper and deeper into that energy and see what your angels have to say at the very end. So we have choices and face your fears. Interesting. So this is something, okay, I feel a movement here, Cancer, that's something, send this to someone else, Aries perhaps, that sometimes, spring, this is spring season messages. Sometimes we'll be in a situation that sort of, it happens whether you want it to or not. Like night is going to come and then day is going to come again. And then we move from winter to spring to summer. Like those seasons are changing whether we want them to or not. I mean, we can control and steer and, push our way through and change things up as we want in our day-to-day life. But certain things just will happen no matter what you do. And there's something about a movement in your life right now, Cancer. Like there's like an inevitable breakup with someone, or there is like, you just see it happening before your eyes that like this, someone could be pregnant and there's a movement with it, like the pregnancy, like it's moving along and the baby's growing and whatever you think about whether like it should stop now, like you really don't have a say in it. Like it just has a process. Even if it's like a not that clear thing, like a breakup or a pregnancy, if it's just sort of a feeling of like a movement, something is on the move here. Something's being changed or something's being pushed in a different direction. I feel like you feel it. You feel that there's a shift and you sort of have to hang on. I don't want to say like, hang on for dear life or this is going to be a bumpy road. There's something about it triggers your fears. It's something even, okay, so I would compare it to a pregnancy. You are hopefully pregnant by choice and by wanting it to be there. And maybe you're like really, really excited about having a child. But the pregnancy itself might be a little bit of a struggle. Or maybe you have a fear about birth. Or how is it going to be for you to be a mom or dad? Or how is it all going to, be as this baby arrives? And there can be like a lot of fears coming with it. It doesn't mean that you want to stop the pregnancy or stop the child from coming. And so there's something about, okay, this thing is like, it can be like the most exciting thing you ever wanted to get into a relationship, or if it's something like that you feel really excited about, or if it's something that you feel like if this is a breakup, or maybe have like for ages now you felt like this work situation is just not doable anymore. You just can't stay in this situation anymore. This work or this job just does not, it breaks you down. Like you just know that eventually you have to leave this work. And there's fears coming up with that, right? There's like triggers, like how's that going to be financially? Am I getting another job? Like whatever this is for you as a general reason is going to be different for everyone. And maybe even have a couple of subjects that you're dealing with right now. I feel that this doesn't happen and then therefore you feel afraid. I feel like you are putting yourself in certain situations right now so that you can deal with the fear that was there initially. The fear is not coming now because you're in a situation. The fear was always there, already there. It just gives you a chance. It is a chance. It doesn't feel like a chance sometimes. It feels like something you just have to do, or forcing you into a situation where you get to practice releasing this fear. And that's just going to be so beautiful for you, just to like talk yourself into a situation. This is going to be fine. This is going to work out. This is like the universe is going to provide. I don't know how this is going to go, but like if I'm in this situation, there must be some benefit to it. Like just speak yourself into it. Speak yourself in a really kind manner. And then choices. There is something about like, do I stay in the well-known, or do I step outside of the comfort zone? Or the familiar box, if you will. Do I like what? It feels like you have several choices right now. And I feel like this movement, I mean, if you're pregnant, you sort of don't have a choice. There might also be other situations where you feel like you don't have a choice, like you just have to go along with this. But if you are in the situation of like leaving your job or not leaving your job, that probably feels like it's up to you to like whatever you want to choose. And it comes down to, do you choose your soul's path, or do you choose what feels familiar, but that slowly kills you? I know that sounds dramatic, but it feels like it's between the two. Like there's something about those choices that you're making now is having you look at your fears. This is for a spring season, okay? I want the heart deck. So let's see what comes out. Going deeper here for Cancer. What do we have, please? They are jumping out. Rest and reconsider. Rest and reconsider and find balance. Yeah, okay. So, rest and reconsider. You can take your time. There is no rush. There is like, even if you feel like there's a deadline, I guess pregnancy is a deadline. That is a very, very particular situation. But even if it's pregnancy, and even if the birth of the child is like give or take 2 weeks away, there's still time. You can be in the mindset of like, I have to make a decision. I have to, like, I don't know what to do. And it needs to happen within this and this parameter. And if it doesn't, like, blah, blah, blah. It really, where are we going that we are in such a hurry? What is so important on the other side of this decision that it doesn't deserve a calm mindset to make the choice? And the calmer you are, the better the choice. So there's something about like rest and reconsider. Just be at least a couple of times during your day in hermit mode and just feel it out. And feel don't play up in your mind the situations where you get to, be in war or being in super conflict, or they said that and I did this, or you're like worst case scenario. Sit with the choices that you have and feel into them. And there's time. There's always time to just find a calm mindset around it and find balance. There's something about being a little bit off kilter right now, because fear does that. If you come from a place of even passion, like maybe you even feel passionate about quitting your job, or you feel, I don't know, maybe even feel passionate about ending a relationship. Like you just know in your heart of hearts that this is so right. Then comes all the questions, and then comes, the questioning and the fear related to if there's kids involved, like what do we do with finances and houses and, whatever this is, that fear can throw you off. And now you're not coming from a restful place anymore where you're deciding what choices to make and whatever. So it's like, it's really saying like, take a deep breath, rest and reconsider, like just sit with the energies and feel them out and find balance within it. This is also the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like, it is picking up pace. It's like there is a movement here, whether you want it to or not. I don't want to say that and scare you. It's just spring becoming summer. That's the movement. What else here for Cancer, please? For spring season. rest and rejuvenate. You know, if you've done ever cards like for yourself or like whatever, and I mean, I did this a lot in the past, where you have a question and out comes the meditating card, there comes the be still card, and it's like, just try another deck, and you know, it's the same freaking card. This comes, it's like, oh, can you just give me a different answer? Okay, I just heard look at the bottom. Patience. How fun. How fun, Cancer. Patience. Okay, that was it. So we have rest and rejuvenate, and we have rest and reconsider. So both of them are just like, it's just asking you to take a moment, take a chill pill, as the youth would say. Sit with the energies, sit with the stillness, take a deep breath. If you just sort of have that mindset of like, where am I going that's so busy or stressful or in a hurry? You know, just, okay, one thing at a time. I'm going to sit with this. I'm going to think it through. Let things unfold. Don't force them to unfold, but let it unfold. Just like spring, you know, it's a little bit frustrating, and specifically here in Sweden, we have like a saying that it takes 7 changes before the seasons actually change. So in going from winter to spring, you get your hopes up. You get like, oh, that was the last of that cold. Like I really start to feel the warmth now, and we haven't had snow for quite some time. I think this is it. Spring is here. You know, I think winter's done. And there it is. There's the minus degrees, you know, again. And there was the snow. And it's like, oh, are you kidding me? I just put away, you know, the overalls for my kids, or like whatever it is that you're doing. You think that this is over. And now like we're well into there's something about like, I don't want to say roll with the punches, because that's not life. You don't want to roll with the punches. But patience, like learn to understand that there is a rhythm to this change that you're undergoing. If there's a shift in your work-related situation, if there's a shift in your relationship, if there's something with this pregnancy, since I keep coming back to it, like there is a natural rhythm. And the more we can sort of just enjoy the ride and just follow the ride, the better it will feel. Going deeper still, what do we have for Cancer, please? And I just feel like the energy is really alert. It's really, yeah, this wheel, like you don't have to force anything. It's quite ripe. It's quite ready to just keep going. What you need to do is just calm down somewhere in it, or find that peace, or find that balance some place in it. Knight of Ariel. And the wheel again. Wow. So it is a really fast moving energy. I understand why. So there might be a decision that needs to be made. Again, I want to point this out. If this is like, okay, so this is a spring season message. So come fall, you might like really need to have like an answer, or you need to make a decision that by fall is ready to, if you need to find a job within a certain amount of time, or you need to be out of your house, or you need to, whatever this is that you feel like I need to add, there is a certain deadline here. That's still, and even more so than to rest and recalibrate. Rest and just find your footing, find that balance. Feels really important right now, because we have Knight of Ariel and we have the wheel, and we already had the wheel with the find a balance. So like the pace, the momentum is already there. Knight of Ariel is a quick moving energy. Like this talks so much about like there's so much to do, so much to handle, and so much to do. This can even be this is very specific, and I usually don't get this specific in the general readings, but it can be something about where to put your money, like in the type of investments that you do right now, what choices to make for investing stuff, and what will grow the most. Is it such a scary economy right now that we don't want to invest at all? Like just those questions, I just have a feeling like sit a day or two extra on that. Like just sit with the energy for a bit and be really clear. There's something about not wanting to. Obviously, you have free will and do whatever you want. This is just an energy, and if you feel like you resonate with that energy, I would listen to it. That just let it feel really good in your stomach before placing any money or placing any. I would just take one extra look at something, whether it's like investment or looking at contracts, or look at what really it is that you're signing. If there's a signing situation, look at what it is that you're signing, even to the smallest detail, even if it's like a silly thing to buying a new phone, or I know this is very, very detailed, but it's for someone out there. There's so much to accomplish, make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. And I feel like this someone kind can definitely be someone that is with you on your journey, that is like there to hold your hand, that is there to talk you through whatever change you're going through, whatever choice you're supposed to make. But I also feel like this is the universe. This like is your guardian angels, like really being with you at this time. Reach out to them, whether you sort of strongly believe that they're there to help you or not. Ask them for help. Ask them for comfort. If you're worried, make a specific letter, even if it feels a little bit silly. Maybe it doesn't feel silly to you, but if it feels a little bit silly, what do you have to lose? The worst thing is that you just wrote a couple of words down on a piece of paper and you removed some of the worry from your body to paper, and then nothing else happens. But the best thing is when you sort of almost without question, like you don't question it at all. You just write on a piece of paper, like, this is to your angels. Please help me take care of this. So please, can you take my worry or my fear about this choice, about moving forward, about what's going to happen, about what's not going to happen. Write down on a piece of paper and ask your angels to deal with it. Like I put it in your care now, and then see what happens. Worst thing, nothing happens. You moved it from your body to paper. There's someone watching over you in this process. Knight of Ariel, though, it is a quick moving energy. So I just feel like things will move quickly. Even if they move quickly, I would say like it's just within a couple of months from when that situation have started to change, from going from winter to spring, is not more than a couple of months, maybe 1 or 2 months, that the actual like full spring is here from when full winter was here, right? So the actual change doesn't take that long. It's a quick moving energy. So it's just being patient when that low temperature shows up once more, or the snow comes in and you just like, we're so ready to be done with that snow, or there's just something in the path that just shows up and it looks like, is it never going to happen? Or is this really going to be good? Like, is this trying to tell me something? No, it's just season changing. You don't, like, when the snow comes in, not once in my entire lifetime have I felt spring might not come. We probably will have winter forever and ever. The reason why the frustration is there is because we know that spring is coming. It just can't come here fast enough. So there's something about trusting that the seasons will change. It is rather fast moving. So be patient with yourself. And it's the Wheel of Fortune. And it has already started to pick up pace. You might hesitate in thinking, the season change here is really good, because it might be that you think if you start up something new, you want to get out of a relationship, or you want to jump on board in a new job, or like, whatever this is, the fears that are coming up is not telling you not to do this, But the fears coming up can also be that you're so afraid that things will never change. The Wheel of Fortune here is telling you that it is. It's end of delays. It's new beginnings. The speed has already picked up. You've had the Wheel of Fortune twice. And it's telling you, it's picking up speed. You are going to make this change. And so one of the fears that you can have is that this life that you led, or this relationship that you were in, or this work-related situation, like one of those fears can be, I have dreams, I have visions, I have fantasies, but it will never happen. I'll just stay in this relationship, or I just stay put where I'm at, or I'm just gonna, it can be one of those fears that there's a fear of things not changing. And I'm telling you, this energy, everything that it shows right now is that it is changing. It's like a little bit of buckle up, but like that's probably why I need to take breathers every once in a while. Gather your balance again. Take a deep breath. Get into meditation because it is a little bit of a quick ride, and that can trigger your fears. And the way that you sort of solve those fears and sit with those fears is to be well rested and have your balance. Get enough sleep. Drink your water. Just do whatever you can to help the season change more smoothly. I felt one card here, and then we're going to hear what your angels have to say. Cancer. I see a big heart. So if someone, look at the bottom. Yeah, balance once again. Find that inner balance. And I just see a huge heart. Like the guides are really with you. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but they really are. Sacrifice. Yeah. You will have to sacrifice your fear of not change, fear of getting out of your comfort zone, fear of the unknown. There is a sacrifice. There is like if I change this, what's going to happen? And the fear of what if I try and nothing happens? What if this fails? It won't. I should say it might, so that it eases up the energy. It might fail, but what is failure? Then you just try again, or you try later. Maybe it's the wrong time. Maybe it is a timing question. Just trust in the seasons, but there is a sacrifice. You have to sort of walk towards it. Universe can only do so much, and then it's here for you. It's for your experience sake. Or you could just go back to source, Okay. I think you're more comfortable in the fear feelings and with the lack feelings than you are in heaven and the rainbows and the easy breezy stuff. So I think it's like about like it's a little bit of getting used to the lighter feeling, sort of the lighter energy. Some final messages here for Cancer. Yes. It's just confirmation, like a big, big yes. We're moving out of the old earth and into the new. Yes, so we have in this deck, there's a yes without the exclamation mark, and then there's a yes with the exclamation mark. This can also be if you have, it is about choices, what choice to make. And if you have landed, or you have more of the majority of time, you have been thinking about making this change in whatever situation that is, that like, is it the way to go? Yes. There's your answer. It's a big yes. And it's like it's silver and gold. There's a balance. There's silver and gold. But I just feel like you're weighing your options. You're finding the balance. But it's a big yes. Okay, Cancer, I hope this is inspirational and uplifting to you, that you find some tools in here. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.